right. It's so good to have you on with us this morning. So glad to be with you. And
Merry Christmas week.
So close to being done.
I know.
I'm freaking out.
Why? Because you just started thinking about it. It's Tuesday.
That's
Are
not
you
true.
one of those 23rd shopping day people?
No, yours is coming on time.
Or
One thing is
24.
coming on time.
You had one gift to buy.
What?
I did everything else.
I had one gift to buy. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
for your wife. That's it. You didn't
What
have
gift
to
was
do
that?
Anything else?
Did you pick something out? You said you wanted,
No,
and I didn't
I'm
see it.
saying there were a lot of other people that needed to be shopped and wrapped and bought and all of that. And
Oh, yeah, you did all that.
I did that.
Yeah, well,
So-
you love doing that.
Well, I don't know that I necessarily love doing that. I gifts is not my love language. So I mean, it's just not. So shopping and buying gifts for people stresses me out. I mean, there's joy in giving it, but I want it to be intentional. And then I think I overthink it too much, and I stress out over it. And then I try to stay in a budget, and like I go through the whole thing. And so I think next year I'm going to use my love language and see how those gifts go well. You know,
I agree with that.
quality time. I'm going to have quality time with the people that I love. Do you think that would go well if they unwrapped a gift of quality time?
Do you want to talk about that?
Or affirmation?
Do you want?
Or encouragement? I could get you a book of encouraging words for each day. I just had an idea. It's the 23rd. Do you think I'll be able to make that happen?
To all the people watching this, do you sense what I go through every day? Do you think that I catch a break?
I just had a great idea.
Do you think I married somebody who knows how to sling it?
I know that's your love language. Affirmation is your love language. I know that's
Sherri's
one
a
of them.
slinger.
No, it's important. Okay, so here we are in the season of gift giving. And like my mom starts in September.
She got me a hat.
She loves it.
That said, Jim, you're a badass. She got me a hat that says, Jim, you're a badass. You know what? I agree. I completely agree.
That was the last time we went to see her. Anyway, that's another story for another day. But so she loves gifts. That's her love language. So she loves shopping. So she starts early and she has so much fun with it, and she's intentional, and it's all wrapped by the 1st of December, and everything's mailed. And I envy that. I love that about her. I wish I could be that way. But my love language is different. I think it's affirmation, words of affirmation, and quality time. And so it's hard for me to get into the whole gift thing because I don't give that way, which, by the way, first of the year, The 5 Love Languages. I know it's been around a long time by Gary Chapman,
Right.
but I'm telling you, that's a book in ministry that we have recommended to newlyweds, to families with kids, to families
Right.
with teenagers. It really helps in your relationship when you can communicate love in a way that we receive love in all those different ways, but we kind of lean towards one a little bit more than the other. So anyway.
Jesus' love language would be not affirmation. He doesn't need affirmation. It would be service. It would be that he likes to.
What was act of service?
He came to serve, not be served.
Right. The word became flesh, right?
Right, and dwelt among us.
Right. And so I think about that too. And I think we're going to serve this Christmas day with one of our students from the church who had this on his heart to go and serve those that were homeless on Christmas Day. And I was sharing that with a couple people, and they're like, what a great way to spend Christmas. And I thought, wow, you know what? Maybe we just need more opportunities like that for people to really see, because that is truly the gift of Christmas. I mean, we're at an age right now where we don't need a lot. And, you know, if we want something, we're blessed that we can, 9 times out of 10, we can buy it or just say that's not in the budget. We don't need it.
Right.
But, and so there's a point in time when your kids are little, those memories you're making around the tree are so important. But when you get a little bit, different season and your kids are off doing their own thing. And what a great way to spend Christmas Day by serving. And yes, I think that is the gift of Christmas.
Yeah.
Jesus, he came to serve.
Yeah.
He came to love. He came to show us what the word was lived out in the flesh, how to do it. So
John says that.
Shifts the perspective.
He says in John 1:14. What is it? Yeah, John 1:14. He talks about how the word has become flesh and the word dwelt among us. I think that there's, like in 1 Corinthians 13, it talks a lot about love. Love is patient, love is kind, all these different things about love. But when you look at John 1:14, you get a different perspective of love. And so we have a God that, in order to love us, he the one thing that he is doing more than anything else is he's freeing us from something that kills us, and that's our sinful nature, right? So our sinfulness. He believes the most important thing, even though we don't see it, even though we don't recognize it, he wants us to live free from it, and so in order to do that, he can't snap his fingers. He doesn't just blink his eyes. He is born into our sinful world, walks among the very creation that is filled with hate and violence and evil, and he is willing to die for it,
right?
When he grows to become a man. So, and this is for even the people that don't this is how much he loves, that he is so in love with us that he does it for the people that don't even think they need it done for. Forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Right.
So this love is not just patient. It's so, words can't describe a kind of love that is born. Why would you leave? Why would you? I mean, you have to understand. I mean, like for us, okay, wow. I go to Washington, D.C. I wake up in a hotel room. That's not a big sacrifice, right?
Right.
Or I go wherever I want to go. God, he leaves this, if you can get in your head, and it might make you go a little cross-eyed, Jesus is born into a feeding trough. I mean,
he's born into space and time, and
he leaves
born
eternal.
Into the flesh.
The word that was in the beginning was in the beginning. But he leaves all of that to be born into a cesspool.
Well, he's born without sin.
In a garbage can. He's born in a garbage can.
But he knows he's born into suffering too.
Like, I mean, all of it.
Yeah,
all of
like he's free of sin. He's not born into sin like we're born into sin, right? But he knows when the Word becomes flesh and dwells among us that he's going to subject himself to
the temptations, to all of the human things that we go through.
Suffering, and suffering to the death on a cross. But, to things that, and so there's humility in that. There's a
deep humility.
I just saw something, and somebody posted something about what defines holiness, or what is holiness, and I think that word gets thrown around a lot. And I found myself asking,
people that aren't holy.
Well, but I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like I've been kind of mulling it around all day, and I think it's an important question to ask, because there's a lot of people that say, we aspire holiness. Well, but holiness without humility is hypocrisy. Mm-hmm. And so for some reason, I've thought about that all day, because holiness without humility is hypocrisy.
Arrogance, pride, ego.
Humbled himself.
Oh, yeah. Emptied himself.
Humbled himself. He was holy, the epitome of holiness.
Yeah, sinless.
But he came into this world to humble himself as a poured out fragrance for the world, as the blood of the Lamb. That would be the ultimate sacrifice for the sins of the world.
And so you get it.
And you can't have holiness without humility.
Right.
And I think about how God used a manger, a baby that was dependent on people. And I think we forget sometimes that God uses all of us to be part of his story. He used Mary and Joseph and the shepherds and the wise men and all the people in the beginning in that Christmas story. He used them all then to what? Go and share that the light had come into the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. So anyway.
Yeah, so love becomes a very it's not just, oh, I love you. Love in this way is a love that comes into our world, leaves something like, if you go to heaven and see if you want to come back. Go to heaven and see if you want to come back into this world. Just go try it. You know you won't. You know you won't. Not for one holy second. You'll go.
That's why people don't come.
Yeah. So please, and like, okay, yeah, wouldn't that be funny? You dying us. I didn't get to. Well, I gave them the choice. They could come back if they wanted. Not one person in the entirety of the whole timeline of life wanted to come back. So, it's there where we do find out that love is a very special thing, but it also dwells among us. And there's the other thing, is that you have a God that wants to be with you. And then that's the other mind-blowing thing. A lot of people go, well, I would like to be with me. I mean, I'm good. I'm a good person. Why? What's not to love? Everything. Everything. What's not to love? Everything about you is filled with sin, filled with a sinful nature, and yet he still wants to take residence in your heart and transform your heart. The hard work of him working through the Holy Spirit in your heart is something that he loves more than anything else. Because that's how intimate he dwells among the brokenness. He dwells among yours and my arrogance and pride. He dwells among the times when we deny him and walk away from him and, just curse him, think horrible things and take his name in vain and yet he still dwells with us because he loves us. Right. And those are, not going to lie. When you get mad at me, the last thing you want to do is stay in the same room with me, I'm sure. You just say, I need to be away. I need to go away. I need to be alone. Don't try to. I need to be. But what happens when God doesn't do that? It's even in the places that we're mad at him, and again, his patience is unconditional. His covenant is unbreakable. He wants to work it out. He wants to get us to understand there's nothing that can make him leave. Right. Nothing we can do, nothing we can say, because his love is that unconditional. So it is an amazing kind of love. It is, John describes it perfectly. It's an amazing love that is born into the world and dies for you, eventually will die for you, and will give you life after you die, and will conquer all of those things, and has the power to conquer your walk in your own flesh right now. If you're dealing with things, if you're whatever, an abundance in a life with Jesus is, I can testify to this, is far greater than any kind of thing that you pursue on your own. Right. Some have a relationship with their career, some have a relationship only with their wife or with their spouse, their kids, their hobbies, whatever the world can buy them, yet all of those in the end are empty compared to knowing Christ and having Christ. When you know Christ, those things become better. In and of themselves, they're fallible, flawed, and will rust and fade away. Even our relationships rust and fade away. We die.
And that's what
we get old.
We change our identity. Our identity, who we are, doesn't change, right? We're sons and daughters of God, right? Mm-hmm. And through Christ, we are adopted sons and daughters, and we have a new family in Christ. And so I think when we understand that, first and foremost, our occupation is what we do. Our identity is who we are. And I think that's important. And it's interesting how, you think about your spiritual life and how I remember talking to some people my parents' age, and they were like, well, I don't talk about my faith out loud because it's just my personal journey. It's my personal relationship. And I said, yes, it is a personal journey and it is a personal relationship, but it's also communal too. You've got to share how God moves in your life because you don't know who's needing to hear that. So I was thinking about that too today. I went into a store And they had these journals. You asked me what took so long, but they had these journals that had scripture on the front of them. And of course, I'm not going to say what store it was, but it was affordable and I could buy multiple amounts. So of course, I'm like, I have to have these on hand. Like, I have to have. So I picked up like a dozen just to have. And I was checking out, and the lady goes, "You're like me. I had to tell myself to stop buying all those journals." And I said, "Oh, my goodness." I said, "They're just beautiful and affordable." And I said, "I'm a pastor, so I like to have some of these things laying around if I need it for somebody. If I'm talking to somebody, I feel like they need it." And she goes, "You're a pastor?" And I said, "Yes." She goes, "Well, where's your church?" And I was in Pensacola at the time. And I said, "Well, our churches are in Atlanta area. We have 2, and we're planning one in the Pensacola area." "Where?" So we talked. Of course, there's a line behind us. I cause a lot of trouble talking about my faith when I'm in a shopping line. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to take this second to talk to this lady, and they can either hear it or get upset about it. I'm just not worried about it. Yeah. And so she said, "Oh, my goodness." She goes, "I had just told my son this morning. I felt that nudge. I felt that prompting that it was time to get back into the church." And I was like, and so we both looked at each other like, how did that happen? Yeah. How did that just happen over a conversation? And so, you know, I don't know if she'll come to our church or not, but it affirmed to her that nudge, that spirit prompting, it's time for me to get back to church. It's time for me to get back in my walk. That's what's so important. And that's love. That's love in motion. When you start sharing what it is that gives you this reminder of your identity, that you are loved with the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, at times you might be the prodigal, at times you might be the forgiving father, at times you might be the resentful, jealous brother. That story is so wonderful because it shows love, and it shows how the difficulties of love can get all mixed in there with our own pride and ego and self-centeredness and arrogance and all of those things. And so,
well, yeah, and I think that, you know, we're going to make this one a short one, but that's perfect, a perfect way to end it. I don't think this love. I think love it's a difficult thing because when it's viewed like this, I mean,
it's not squishy.
When do you want to go and leave your place to go be with someone else? Like, I mean, I've been to places that I don't want to go back to. I went to love people in places I don't want to go back to. It was just...
Oh, don't say that. You might become a Jonah.
No, I mean, I know I'm going to.
He's going to send you back.
It's not fun. I mean, to go, you know, you're going to not be comfortable. You know, okay, so that's the first thing.
You've already been, by the way. You've already been sent back to areas where...
Yeah, I've been back. Oh, yeah, no. And I'm going to go back again and again and again.
Yes.
Oh, I'm never not going to go. But again, because love propels you to do that.
Right.
But what I'm saying is it's not necessarily convenient. It's not necessarily something that love doesn't require you just to say, "I'm going to pray for you." Love rolls up its sleeves, jumps in the